Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for invitation. I think that I have learned today two words in Latvian. Please confirm if I'm correct. Sadarpoti, or how you pronounce that, please help me. Sadarpoti. Potis. Okay. Cooperation. Am I correct? Yes. And Utsti Sipa. Is trust, isn't it? Great. So these are also mine keywords in my presentation. My name is Rauno Posio, and I represent here Visit Arctic Europe project, which is a joint venture in northern Scandinavia. Our partners are Northern Norway Tourist Board, Swedish Lapland Visitors Board, and Finnish Lapland Tourist Board. And I will tell you what we have done there, how we have created the development, the cooperation, Sadarpoties, and Utsi Chipa. And when we started this project, these areas, Northern Norway, Swedish Lapland, and Finnish Lapland, they were hardest competitor to each other. There was no cooperation in any sense. But in very first meeting, we met with the partners. We noticed that we have similar challenges, small units in the area who work in development and marketing, and we find out that we can achieve more in cooperation. And we wanted to cooperate in development. As you see, and what we have heard also today, the tourism is actually so many things inside it, and the customer experience are influenced by different authorities in high level or different levels, in municipalities, in counties, in national level. And many times the ministries, for example, when they make the decisions, they don't know how their decision influence to the tourism and incoming in tourism. So this was the one thing. We wanted to deliver the information in infrastructure, safety, quality, product accessibility, sustainability, which all are influenced when the customer comes to our area. We wanted to make sure that decision makers, they have knowledge and data to make right decisions which support the tourism. We wanted they realize that how investment in tourism return by taxes and so on, by new jobs and so on, to the area and to the nation. And of course, I think that this is the same here in Baltics, that most of the tourism companies, they are quite small units, and their possibilities to invest, for example, to marketing alone are quite limited. And we wanted to see this peak in that one, this sense, that if we compare these areas, is it the Baltics or Nordics or we together, if we would put all our monies to marketing, still the visibility what we see against the biggest tourism destination like Dubai, for example, we are minor players in that. So cooperation in that is very essential. And when we spoke to authorities and decision makers, politicians, we didn't do it so that we just say that take care of this, but we wanted to increase their understanding and in cooperation support their decisions together. And when we success in this is the recipe for a nice top tourism destination. If there is marketing, if there is product and accessibility in good shape, there is the elements to build good and successful tourism destination. And if we success in this cooperation, of course it's create the positive circle where is more tourism flow in the area, which decrease the risks and higher the yield. There comes more investments, development, better services, more resources to marketing, etc., etc. And then when we go to the industry level, between the cooperation between the companies, my English teacher would be happy. I have invent new English word, co-opetition. And idea behind this is the same as Pellegrino said already. Cooperate always when you have possibility and compete when you have to. There is always something to achieve together. As I already mentioned, as an area or as a cluster of companies, we need to attract people from upwards to come to the area first. Then we can compete. And every company, we have a UVL in our products or way to do it, services, but it might be so that it's too little to attract the tour operators or the final consumers. But if we combine our strengths, it might be already the combination which attract the travelers. You have here fortune that you have incoming tour operator like Via Hansa Group, who already do a lot of work for you. But of course we have to see also above that. If we put target to increase, for example, amount of the clients to the area with 1,000 clients, it's too little. We have to see the potential. Like UNWTO see that in future there is 1.8 billion tourist arrivals. Maybe 300 million is enough. So the target has to be big enough that we avoid the competition. Then let's go more detailed to this project. It was funded by Interreg Nord and local authorities, and then all companies who was involved. In phase 1, we had 90 companies, and in phase 2, we had 121 companies from mentioned Northern Scandinavia areas. And in the beginning, it was, of course, we struggled. There was no trust between the companies. But after third networking event, it was like champagne bottle was opened. and all of a sudden it happened. Companies cross-borderly start to speak which kind of possibilities they would have to do cooperation. And nowadays there is a lot of samples in marketing, in product development, even in human resources, what they do, even without the project. But let's see one little video, what we made in our project phase 1, and what was the commercial results and which kind of development also we made in accessibility and some researches. Shall I do something or shall I? Okay. This takes only 3 hours, so relax. Yes, 90 companies was really involved in this WIRE 1, Visit Arctic Europe 1. And one more thing I would like to say about this was that, the companies really make the decisions. We ask them which market areas we have to go. We ask them which kind of content they want us to implement. And we work hardly, we really worked together in workshops, making together with tour operators the new travel packages and product development and so on. Now we are in phase 2, and here we have a focus on so-called most potential seasons, which are now still low seasons, but there we see the potential to grow. And we started in August 2018, and we should use wisely 5.3 million until end of the March 21. There are same partners, more companies, about the same amount of the companies from each area, Norway, Sweden and Finland. And still this cross-border cooperation is the base of what we do. And sustainability, I would describe it as a sun which shines to all our actions. And marketing is there as the biggest, from budget point of view, the biggest amount is used for marketing. And there we do image marketing campaigns, because even though that area is well known already about the winter or fjords or ice hotels, reindeers, Sami people and so on, but people doesn't know why to come there, for example, on autumn time. And then we tied this image marketing very closely to our tactical marketing actions, which we will do together with selected and contracted tour operators. Our main market areas are the same as in phase 1, Benelux, UK and German-speaking Europe, and US and China. And in accessibility, actually, also there, all money in budget is reserved for marketing of the new routes. If it's flights from market areas to north, or if it's internal connection in area. And in competence development, we touch and develop digitalization, sustainability. We want more market knowledge from certain segments, and then we do the product development for these segments. Our aim is to increase 10% overnights, and really we seek that growth from most potential seasons. For example, Rovaniemi Christmas it doesn't need any more marketing. The industry and tour operators do that themselves. If we succeed in this, we can create all year round jobs, which has influence, of course, the well-being in the area, but also the quality to the services and product itself. And as you know, digitalization and sustainability is very important in tourism nowadays, and markets demand development in that, so we concentrate on those headlines. Okay, this was about the Visit Arctic Europe. But then my last slide is actually something which combine the Baltics and Nordics. This is the new initiation. Maybe you have heard about this. The Nordic Tourism Collective. There is, behind of this initiation, there is well-known and respected professionals from industry, and they really start to, and they have started to develop cooperation between the areas, companies, DMOs, etc. And their first marketing event will be held next February in Copenhagen. So go and seek information about this. I'm enthusiastic about this because this really combines the Baltics and Nordics, and there I see a lot of possibilities in cooperation. Paldies par jūsu interesi. Thank you very much.